Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. Today we're jumping back into Erased episode 2 called Palm of the Hand. Last episode we were introduced to Satoru. He is somebody who since a child has been experiencing a phenomenon that essentially gives him a redo in moments where the power that be determines he needs to fix something. Whatever that may be, it is different every time. Like the first one we saw, he was saving a boy from being hit from a truck driver who had a heart attack. And then with his mom, they saved a girl from being kidnapped by presumably a predator. And then, of course, towards the end of the episode, the mom was starting to get on to his side of like, man, there really is something about this. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with like the murder that happened with Satoru's friends when they were a kid, and the one high schooler getting like blamed for it or something. Then there was that guy who was walking down the stairs who murdered his mom. Um, that seems to be in on some funky thing. I don't know if the child kidnapper was also in this same like in how Tokyo Revengers, there's some characters who seem to know about like the timey-wimey BS, like how uh in Tokyo Revengers is the jumping back and forth to 13 years, and maybe and that somebody else besides Takamichi and the brother Nato is aware of it. In this one, it seems that there might be somebody else aware of how this power works, or that it exists in the first place. I'm curious where the power comes from, because it is always represented by the blue butterfly showing up right before it happens. But obviously, the last thing that we were left off on post mom death was him running away because he was being framed for the death of his mother, and then he is now a child again. And it looks like this is going to obviously kind of set up us knowing more about how those, well, he's going to be saving those two friends of his that were murdered when he was a child. And I'm curious to see more about what happened, because like the show is called Erased. They were trying to like put emphasis on the fact that his mom was like, we were really trying to make you not ever like think about it or remember those like traumatic moments from your childhood, and they were coming flooding back when he was like uh unconscious from saving the child with the crash. um but yeah, I'm also curious because if I remember right, I think there's somebody at the pizzeria that he works at that seemed to sus, but I don't know if that's relevant anymore because he's a child now. At least at the end of the last episode, they were running up to the school. So, with that being said, I'm excited to see where this goes. Let's jump in. Man, he must be going through a whole lot right now because all of a sudden, hey, I'm a kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, boy's in shock. Wrong desk. Hmm. He's gonna have to jump. You're gonna have to try and jump right back in. I also think that might the name that she was saying is probably the girl who is that got murdered. Uh, Interesting kid. Wonder what's up with that person. Oh, is this must be the girl that? Well, that's definitely the girl who was killed. I remember her red coat, but I wonder if that's the one that the girl sitting next to Satoru was making that joke about. Because I can't remember her name right this second. Oh, who's that? Oh, Oh, well, yeah, okay. Spare key. I'm still curious where this is going to go. Man, that's got to be so crazy. I mean, he literally was holding her dead body, and now he's a child and seeing his mom 18 years ago. Hamburger steak. The only other anime I've heard this in is Frieren. Jesus, yep. Big ass hamburger steaks. Interesting. Uncontrollable tears? Ah, he's really gonna he's really gonna take every moment now in. Yeah, yeah. He's going to really just soak it in. Man, I really am curious about this like this whole murder situation too. Wow. This is so wholesome, but I'm waiting in one episode I've been conditioned to be looking for a blue butterfly and that everything good is followed by something so bad. Gotta save the two deaths. The two his two friends. Kaio. Okay. Oh no, is she being abused? No. I mean, a lot of this was repressed. He only had some of these memories come back in when he was unconscious in the hospital, so this is definitely he's definitely gonna have something shock these memories back into him because he had erased them, or his mom had worked on erasing them, or something like the first episode's explanation. The blonde guy with the black turtleneck is like Mikey from Tokyo Revengers style, but gives me the white haired kid from Promise Neverland vibes. Oh no 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 not him. Black hair Ray. Mm. You're a fake, just like me. What does that mean? Huh? So she saw that, huh? Oh no, yeah, they pass each other out front. What am I saying? Oh, what? What? Her mom? Her dad? Is she? Oh, bro, man, kill somebody. Man, she's off the deep end. Is that was that not the hairstyle of the flashback teenage guy that was framed for the murder? Yeah, that guy. Was that not that guy? But that seemed like somebody different. He had a 70 patch. Okay, interesting. All right. Hmm. That guy reading the book is super observant. He really seems like an interesting character. I'm so scared for his first blue butterfly moment as a child because it's going to go bad. They're kids. That kid is being super observant. I'm very curious what the hell he's picking up on and or not picking up on. Hmm. Okay. Maybe this will be a good thing because then he won't be alone in this quest to stop murders as well as other stuff. No way. Okay. Misdirect. Okay. All right. I'm like on edge. This is such like an eerie feeling right now. Like the ambient noise that this episode's had whenever there's no music. The town with only me erased. Oh. Damn. Damn. Okay. So her mom abuses her. I might have missed that she did or didn't have a dad, and I forgot about it since last episode. So that's totally on me. Shitty mother. This is really sad. A kid writing like this is a really sad. Yeah, yeah. That should have been a red flag a long time ago. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna keep noticing he's acting out of character, and I'm curious how that plays out because the blonde kid is already realizing it a little bit that he's acting different. She was counting on her fingers because of a friend, huh? What a mom. That's funny. Mm, that's interesting. What did he write about that he doesn't remember? They seem like such a wholesome friend group. I'm so scared for what's gonna happen. I've heard that this show is really sad.
ひなずき藤沼何してんのこんなとこで。俺のセリフだろそれ。友達になりたいって言ってたろ。人殺しはできないけど。冗談に決まってるべさ。うわ、俺の苦手。
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I do. I truly think you feel that way, and you're not wrong in feeling that way as a child getting abused. But it's really sad.
別に悪いことだって思わないよ。人のこと言えないけど、藤沼の顔が見えない。
Hmm. What a tough thing.
演じてる。人に好かれたい。友達が欲しい。人と接するのが苦手な自分に何ができるって考えたら、俺の方がみんなのことを好きになろうって思ったんだ。そしたら演じるのが少し楽になった。うん。私も演じているうちに本当になる気がするよ。口に出す。
Lie long enough,
本当になる気が
or
する。
say something out loud, and it becomes the truth. Speak it, wish it, will it into existence.
を奮い立たせて、ひなずきもそうなんじゃないか。今きっと耐えてる。俺とは真逆で無関心を装ってる。何も感じない自分を
I can't. Oh my god.
たかが10歳の女の子がそんなに強いわけない。
ひなずき、
I don't like that.
バースデーパーティーやるんだ。来てよ。私が行ってもいいの？他にも人いっぱい来るんでしょ？まだわかんない。最初にひなずきに渡そうって決めてたから。
Hmm.
3月2日だから。え？来てくれるよね？
I'm so scared for what might happen.
手袋どっかに置き忘れちゃったみたいなんだ。
Oh. I see.
おい、29歳しっかりしろ。
I get it. Hey, I understand.
でもさ、最近の藤沼は少し話しやすい。
まあ、ひなずきに嘘をつかないって決めたからな。声に出てた。
Interesting. Why? There seems to be a trend. Is that intentional or not?
いつも手袋して。
About the thinking and speaking out loud. It doesn't seem like he means to do it intentionally.
ここが18年前、ひなずきが最後に目撃された場所。遺体が見つかるのは雪が溶けた後だったはず。
Jesus, that is horrific.
公園でひなずきを一人ぼっちにさせない。俺は未来を変えたい。
Yes, I still want to know more pieces about this. Man, what a good episode. Okay. Wow. What a good episode. Jesus. Well, we've jumped in with Satoru, going through the motions of, realizing that this is real, this is happening. He is 18 years younger, and he is getting another chance to fix things. It does not seem that his memory is fully intact, although that seems to have been intentional, as explained in the first episode, that I do believe his mom said that they were trying to make him forget and repress those very tragic memories of the murders that had happened when he was younger. Although it does seem that people are catching on that he's acting different all of a sudden, which may or may not be a good thing. The blonde kid whose name, with all these other kids' names that have been introduced, I don't remember. The one who's reading the book all the time and being super observant. I'm curious how he will play a part in all this, because he seems the most observant. I guess I'll just say that again. In that he's catching on, he's smart, and I think that he will be an interesting character. I am not too sure. Actually, I'm just gonna go back. Let me scrub through this and look at this again. When they're talking by the water and it zooms out, and there's that guy standing there. I want to get another look at it. There's a plane. There's a plane and a 70 patch on his arm. Backwards hat. No, yeah, no, that looks just like the. Yeah, no, I think that's the person who's framed for the murder. That shows up like two scenes later when he's thinking in the bathroom. Um, Interesting. Wonder why he's there watching. Um, I'm just curious also about the guy with the red eyes who walked by, who was the one who broke into the house and murdered his mom. Um, there's still so much mystery, obviously, and I don't have much to speculate on. Although the abuse on, um, uh, man, there's so many names introduced. I'm trying to make sure I remember. Um, what was her name? Why can't I think? Uh, why can't I think of her name? I mean, I gotta skip through this again and find her name. I gotta keep it in my mind. She's like the other character that's in the poster. Um, um, where are we at? Come on. Kaio. I gotta remember. I said it like 4 times and then I just blanked on it for some reason. Kaio Satoru. Those are the two most important names right now for the show. Um, yes, I'm very curious where this goes. I hope that their friendship goes well. And I'm very very scared because I know that this show is notoriously considered like you need to watch it at least once, but it is an emotional roller coaster. That is how it's always been explained to me, and I'm ready for it. I love a good story, but seeing the abuse is a little rough. But you know, I can I if you know, I'll get through it. I'm a big boy. It's I don't like seeing kids get hurt. Um, yeah, I'm curious where this goes. So without any further ado of me rambling, I'm gonna wrap up this video. So until next time with episode 3 of Erased, y'all have a good one, and peace.